Hey guys, welcome to DarthTigger's channel. Today we're going to play a little bit of Space Engineers. And the first thing I'm going to do is make sure that everything is recording and streaming properly, because it's been a while since I've done this and I'm not 100% sure I'm doing it correctly. So I'm trying to pull up my channel right now. Hey guys! Am I streaming? Oh, it says live now. But it says I'm playing Conan Exiles. Hey guys! Let me see if I can change that. Play Space and Engineers. Alright, I've been playing Space Engineers. Woohoo! Alright, let's see if we can get back to the... Woohoo! Play Space Engineers! Dun dun dun! Alrighty. So, I've got a dedicated server set up, and I've been playing for about a week now. And I've got a couple of friends that will join me every now and then. You may have seen them on some of my live streams before. So we're going to join the world. Now, I've just reset the world. So my buddy Thule has been helping me understand this, because he's been playing it for several years, but I only started playing it about a week ago. And this is really kind of the kind of thing that I like. So the last game, the game where Thule was teaching me how to play, so I put the server on Cataclysmic, and within about an hour, it honestly looked like we had been shelled with, 155 millimeter artillery shells for a year. There was not a single bit of flat ground anywhere. And I tried to build a couple of big things and didn't take shake into account correctly and blew a bunch of stuff up. And then we went to space, and we built this massive space station, and I built a couple of really big ships, basically, floating bases, basically. And what do we got here? Oh, no faction. And then I'll make my own faction. And yeah, and so I parked these two ships on the big space station and kinda blew it up. So, I decided I wanted to start again. I wanted to start on an Earth-like planet, or on Earth, or whatever it is. And see if I could do things better. I have no idea what... Oh, interesting. So apparently we're respawning in a medical room? So we're not falling on a dropship. So the last time I did this, we were We were kind of just, I don't know, jettisoned over a planet in a drop pod, and we parachuted in. All right, well, we're respawning. I wonder if it's the so I've got the server running on this computer. Maybe I should set up a different computer for the server. Oh, this is interesting. FSTC Deterrent Fighter green. So yeah, I've got the dedicated server set up on this computer, and I'm also streaming OBS on this computer and playing the game on this computer. So I'm probably taxing the limits of the computer pretty well. Holy crap! So I have never, I have never spawned on Earth before. So, whoa, let's put our dampeners on. So, oh, the dampeners are on. Why am I X? Okay. So, if this is the first time you've ever been playing Space Engineers, X will start your jetpack and it will let you fly. And Z will turn your dampeners on and off. You want your dampeners on. And when you're in a gravity planet, you'll notice on the lower right-hand side of your button bar down below, you'll see A gravity and P gravity. A means artificial gravity. P means planetary gravity. And there's a little horizon symbol. So if I turn my jetpack on, you'll see that I can actually change my orientation according to the horizon line. And if I look down and if I look up. So you can always tell where you're at. So this is actually the first time I have ever spawned on Earth. So this is pretty interesting. Defend against pirates, expand base facilities, and ensure you have enough solar panels to provide ships with energy. So I'm not a huge fan of solar panels. I like wind turbines better, because solar panels don't work at night. So when you're playing, if you're trying to go through a doors or access just about anything, F will access it. Or if you're looking at one of the control panels, you can press K for the control panel itself. You can also get to your inventory directly by pressing I. If you press I and you're not looking at a control panel, then you'll get your personal inventory. But if you are looking at a control panel, you'll actually be able to see any inventories which are attached to whatever base it is that you're looking at right now. So they've got some... Oh, and I can't get those out of there. So, oh, of course I can't get those out of there. I'm on a frickin' control panel. I would need to be at a cargo container or a conveyor. So this is going to be your medical I don't know, station, I guess. And you'll see there's a little computer console on it. If you press F here, what it's actually going to do is fill up your oxygen, your hydrogen, your power, and your health, which is on the lower left-hand side of your heads-up display. That looks like it goes further into the base. I've never been on this base before, so I don't really know what's going on here. So let's open these. Okay, we're outside. Excellent. Wow, do they ever give you a lot of stuff when you start on Earth? So I really kind of want to just ignore all of it. Actually, I don't want to do any of the... Wow, there's a lot of stuff. There's a grinding station. Wow. I'm kind of impressed. But what I'm noticing is you remember those core priorities that they said. Um, I'm noticing that there's not a lot of turrets here. And let's look in this turret and see what kind of ammunition it's got. It's got 9 ammunition. So there's a bunch. I need to find out where I can pull these out. Maybe down. That might be a cargo slot down there that I can look at. So there's 2 different cargo containers. Oh, there's a whole bunch of cargo containers. They all have the same stuff in them. Holy crap, do they ever give you a lot of stuff here. So I'm going to basically ignore that all of this stuff is here. We are on Earth. Well, most of this stuff. I'm going to get a hydrogen tank. And I'm going to get the ammo, just in case something comes at me. I want to... Oh, interesting. And the button bar is set up differently, too. So let's see what we got here. Okay, so I want the ammo. And I want a hydrogen bottle. Now, I'm going to have to... maybe I can look at that. I'm going to have to build out there an ore processing plant and a fabricator, and eventually I'm going to have to build a medical room. So I think for now... Oh, and let me just look. We've got oxygen and hydrogen tanks, but I'm not seeing that we have any ice. We've got an assembler. Mass. I wonder if that's an artificial mass block. That's the grinding station we saw. There's a welder too. Let me just... There are only 2 turrets. We really should have more turrets down here. But, like I said, I don't really want to... I don't really want to use this stuff. Oh, now this is interesting. Is this an... I think every lake is an ice lake here. I don't think there is such a thing as a non-ice lake. So the first thing I would have to do anyway would be to get ice. Now they've set up this button bar kind of strange. So if you want to press G, G is going to bring up all of the things that you can put on your button bar. I'm actually going to right-click all of these to get rid of them, because I'm kind of used to the setup that they have when you're not on Earth. So if you come over to Character Tools, you will see all the character tools, and right now all we have is the lowest level of everything. So I'll pull my welder down, my grinder, my hand drill, and I'm gonna pull down the automatic rifle that I have also. And then the other thing that I'm gonna bring is the light armor block, because that's really kind of the basis of everything that we're gonna do here. So the first thing I'm going to do is drill some ice. So when you're drilling down, you're going to have to press C to crouch. And then you drill a bunch. And what you can do is you can press, so it says F, press F to pick it up. You can actually hold F while you're drilling, and it will pick up some of the ice that you drill. Basically what I'm going to do... So on this server, I've got my inventory set up to be 10 times the regular inventory size, but it doesn't seem to be giving me a maximum inventory at all. Oh, please don't tell me that I set the server up as creative. I did not want to set the server up as creative. I have to look. I set the server up as creative. Ah! Darn it! Alright, well, I'm going to have to reset that, so you can stay with me while I reset it. So, well, we're going to get to see what happens, because I know... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn on my jetpack, figure out where the base is. There we are. And I'm going to go back, and I'm going to get into one of those cryo tubes, because the cryo tubes, I've come to realize, actually save your state. So let's just get into that. That's why my nothing was going down. Okay, so I'm going to exit the main menu. And now I've got to restart the server and take it off of creative, because that was not what I had intended to do. So we haven't actually done anything yet that would have given us any special advancements or anything, so. And the server is starting. Loading session now. Enable spectator mode and experimental mode. Yeah, I put experimental mode on because it allows me to have wolves and spiders coming at me. Because I don't want something that's too easy, right? It's not as fun if it's too easy. Oh, it still says Conan Exiles in the game type, so I'm going to have to change that. Wow, this one's taken a while. Okay, it looks like it's up and running, so let's see if I can join game. Nope, it's not there yet. Did it pop in? Interesting, I wonder what's taking it so long to start this time. It's probably because I'm live streaming and you know, everything always goes wrong. Session loaded, finally. Game ready. Woohoo! Let me just go back to this. Oh, actually, no. Let's cancel that. Let's cancel that. And hit join game again. There it is. Join world. Okay. Alright, we'll try this again. So yeah, the most important thing, really, when you start out this game is ice. Assuming you don't have, a bunch of stuff um, given to you like I kind of had here. But if you're starting with basically nothing, you want ice. Because ice is life. Ice will give you your oxygen and your hydrogen. Once you have your ice enough to tide you over, then you want to start getting some electricity. I personally really like the wind turbines. I know a lot of people like the solar panels, and you'll need them like on the moon or something where there is no wind. But when you get wind, I'd use the wind turbines. And there's some things that you can do to make sure that they're going to work really well for you. I'm gonna have to change that category, or the Conan Exiles thing. There we go. Let me see if I can edit video while we're sitting here. Basic, advanced. Game title. Space. Engineers. I'm gonna say 2013. Changes saved. Woohoo! Well, still says Conan Exiles. Oh well. I have to look at it later. Okay, back in my cryo chamber. Let me just look at my inventory. Woohoo! I still have my ice. Yes. Okay, so let's go back outside. And what I'm going to do, actually, so I'm going to go over there to that mountain. And basically what I'm going to do, because I like doing this kind of a thing, is I'm going to drill into the side of the mountain. And I'm going to make my base over there. Oh, that's really neat what they did there. So I'm going to use this cargo container right here as my basic cargo container. So I'm going to put my ice in there now that I've got it. And so the next thing that I need to do is, oh yeah, you'll see my my hydrogen is going down now. So the next thing I need to do is I need to go over to where I want to put my base. And I'm literally going to drill right into the side of that mountain, and I'm going to get myself a bunch of rock. Oh, I should get my drill up. Something that's important to note is when you are moving around and you've got your drill out, it will actually give you locations of any ore within, I believe it's 50 feet. So I'm a little ways off the ground right now, so I'm not really getting any ore. But that's actually okay, because I don't particularly care about the ore right now. Yet. I mean, I'm going to at some point. So, let me just look. I'm going to come up here. So, I want to head... Oh, wow. I want to head approximately... So, the peak of the hill is right there. So, I'm going to come in... I'm going to come right down here. Because I'm going to do something that's a little bit radical. I have no idea if it's going to work or not. I might just be stupid. But I'm going to crouch. Let me do this a slightly different way. Gotta go down first. And now, I'm gonna go in. L will turn your headlamps on. And I'm really trying to keep this going straight as I can. Eventually, I'm going to put a corridor here with a... oh, we're finally getting to actual stone instead of earth. I mean, it's all coming out as rock, I believe. But the thing is, when you're actually drilling into earth, you get far less stone from the same amount of drilling as you do when you're in rock like this. And you notice the rock is kind of gray, whereas the earth is brown. Wow. I am not even close to being straight and level. And you'll notice my my inventory bar is filling up. I'm going to take this back, and I'm going to start getting it refined. And I got to be careful because I don't actually have anything on me right now which will let me mark this place. So I could lose it, but when we get back, what I want to do is I want to refine this stone, and I want to get some steel plates. There we are. I want to get some steel plates and bring it back with me. And eventually what I'd really like to do is, in order to help keep me on track, I'd like to actually set a block down and kind of just follow myself in. Oh, you know what I gotta do now? So, when you're on normal survival missions not on Earth, you have to... You have a pod, a drop pod that you can use. Let's just take a quick look in here. So you have a drop pod that you can use, and that has an emergency kit or something like that on it. And that will allow you to do some basic refining, and that whole drop pod will allow you to turn some stone. Yeah, basic refining, plus it will process ice as well. Let me just come over here and see what the heck is going on. How do I... Let me just go to my page here. For some reason I got off of my page. There we go. I'm back onto my page. Oh, and the Space Engineers thing updated to the right thing. Okay. So, yeah, so I've got some basic refining facilities and some basic oxygen processing facilities. when I look here, is it O2? No. H2? Nope. Alright, let's look through everything. We got small cargo containers. We got tanks. Hydrogen and oxygen tanks. Okay, we have an oxygen generator, which means that I should be able to fill up my oxygen tank. That's good. So that's one good thing. Now, do we have at least a small refinery? Control station. I'm not even sure what a control station is. Connectors, large cargo container. Again, I'm going to pretend that that's not there. We've got an assembler, which is good. We're going to need one of those. But like I said, eventually I'm going to make my own out there. Actually, the first thing I should probably do out there, I'd have to make a chair too, is power. I don't really need the power out there until I have something that... Oh, you know what I can do? R-E-F. Refinery. Look at that. Refinery 4. So if I do that... So refinery 4 is the one that we're going to use. We've only got refineries 3 and 4. So, let's take that back for now, just so we don't lose it. And we'll put it into our small cargo container here. I'm just going to move this stuff out. Just to kind of pretend that we're starting everything from scratch here. Now, I want to take the iron back, and I want an assembler, and I want to put the iron into the assembler and then go to production, assembler 4, and I want to make... So if I hit Control and click on the steel plate, I get 10 steel plates. If I hit Shift and click on the steel plate, I get 100 steel plates. And if I hit Control Shift, I get 1,000 steel plates. I'm not going to do that right now because A, I don't need it, and B, I don't have enough iron for it. And it looks like I actually just stole some iron from somewhere else. So we need, this is assembler 4. Yeah, I stole it from there. Oh well, I got some extra. So we're actually going to put, we're not going to put our gravel there. What I'm going to do is go back here and we're going to put our gravel back in there. Our iron. Okay, so I've got my plate. Actually, I don't need that many, and they're just going to take up space. I'm gonna start off with just with 20 for now, so I can carry a bunch more ore back with me. Eventually, I'll have to make a mining machine. I don't want to make the mining ships like those are. Well, there's the oxygen tanks right there. Cargo bay. Interesting. I'm opening everything up here. I don't really care all that much. So we're going to have to go back here, and like I said, if you just hit F, it's going to give you your power, your hydrogen, and your oxygen back. If you run out of hydrogen here, it's not going to hurt you all that much. If you run out of power here, you're going to die. If you run out of power anywhere, you're going to die. You will actually go through a fair bit of hydrogen. Oh, there's an unknown signal. It's right here. I'm going to go get it. So these unknown signals are actually pretty good too. They are some sort of a satellite or something that drops. And there's always a button on them, and it looks like this one has kind of landed. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, there it is there. Oh, that's a different one than I'm used to. Okay. So, K to hit the button. And I could get a new special item. Let's see what I get. Oh, I got a new suit. Woohoo! Okay, so that's that. But now there will be an inventory right there. So, ooh, a better grinder and some computer components. Now, this is where it gets interesting. So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'll hit my G menu, go back to my character tools, and what I'm going to do, since I've got a better grinder, I'm going to pull down the other grinder instead of the one I've been using. Kind of haven't used it all yet, but... And now, I'm going to grind this up. And I can take every component off of this thing, and I can use it. And you get a lot of stuff from these things. Let's see what we got. Wow. Some scrap metal, some construction components, some motors, a display, some interior plate, the computers that we got out of the interior. I'm going to take all of this back and put it in, and then I'm going to have to... oh, where am I at here? Right. No, those are neutral signals. Nickel, silicon, and iron over there. Wow. And that was a real far away that I saw those. That's interesting. I wonder why. I probably get some sort of a thing set up wrong on the server again. Alright, so let's put everything in my cargo container here. And actually, so something else that we can do too. So first of all, that can go in the into the cargo container. Maybe here, or not the assembler. I want it in the refinery. What I can do though is I can take the grinder and put it into the assembler, and then I can go to the production tab, and I can go to disassembling, and I can disassemble that grinder and get the pieces for it. So let's see what I got. I got some silicone, some gravel, interesting, and some nickel. We can leave that there. And let's go back to our small cargo container, and let's put everything... Oh, right, everything except the scrap metal, because what we're going to do is go to the refinery, and we're going to put that in there, and that's going to give us some iron that we're going to take out and we're going to put back there. And now I got to go fill my oxygen bottle again. You know what? Or my hydrogen bottle. I'm not going to do it. I don't think it's that big of a deal. So let's get back. Now, eventually we're going to have a wind turbine. Of course, where we are right now is pretty much the worst possible place for a wind turbine. So I'm kind of not going to put it there. But what I will do is I will put a couple of blocks as soon as I find where I am again. I will put a couple of blocks so I don't have to search So much for it. Again, I didn't do that. See, this is kind of what I was afraid of. I'm hoping it's right up here. Oh, look at that. I walked right past it. Okay, so now, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to hit 5, and I'm just going to, oh, I want to change placement mode to gravity aligned. And so that's going to put, let's hit X here. I want to put a couple of them so it's easy to find. There we go. So that's the scaffolding for a block. Now, if I wanted to turn that into an actual block, so that took 1 steel each, I believe. Should have. If I wanted to turn that into an actual block, I'll come up here and weld it. But I need... Oh, yeah. So it took 1 steel plate. So I need a total of 25 steel plates in order to actually weld that up. But I don't want to, because I'm not actually looking to make anything there. All I'm looking to do right now is know how to get back to it. But what I'm thinking I might do, let's get my drill back out. What I'm thinking I might do, kinda won't let me right now. Yeah, see, what's happening is I'm kind of moving off. I wonder. So let me see if I can show you what I was talking about before. Let's find the rock there. 54.5 stone from that. But now let's try not to. Instead of 54, 123. Now that one's 56. Interesting, 188. So you can get, 3-4 times the amount of stone. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. So this hole actually is a good thing. Because what I'm going to do, that is not the way I want it pointing, though. How do I rotate this? Oh, that's how I rotate. Nope. Not that way. Let me just make this gravity aligned. And let's take it off of gravity aligned now. Alright. I think that's good enough for what I want. Okay, so really what I'm doing here is I'm using this grid system just to keep me straight. I'm going to wander a little bit, but I don't really want to go down like I was going. And I'd like to keep straight if I can. Excellent. That's actually working pretty well. So yeah, what I can do is I can place these grids down to know that I'm going straight, and then just follow them. And just kind of dig them out as I go along. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger than the grids anyway, so. So, this is kind of the beginning of Space Engineers. You're pretty much starting out with just about nothing. And you've got to make it all happen. So I'm doing it this way for a very specific purpose, because I've got, well, first of all, I like building my bases inside mountains. I don't like building outside. I never have. But secondly, I'm actually trying to drill right into the center of the mountain, and then I'm going to drill up. And I'm going to be able to collect massive quantities of stone and have it, I'm going to set up a system to automatically refine it and place it. It's going to take a lot of work, but that's what I like doing. And from time to time, my buddy Thule... Inventory full. Oop, inventory full. Oh wow, did I ever go off that? Look at that. So. Oh, another unknown signal. Yeah, I really should kind of collect those unknown signals as much as possible. Wow, we came out like 3.5 kilometers. So I can't take that unknown signal just yet, because my inventory is full. So I want to go back. And I want to get this refining first. And I think that's probably where I'm going to end this first video. So all I'm going to be doing while we're off camera is just drilling into the mountain, just like you saw me doing. That's going to be a lot of back and forth, like you've been watching me do here. So on that note, thank you all for watching. I will, once I get a significant way into the mountain, and I'm going to start to do something else, I'll start up another video and bring you all back along. So thanks for coming along, and keep watching, because I'm going to show you how to survive from nothing. So thank you all for watching. See you next time.